So I think that would be one thing, if you could get that in writing too, I think that's important for
Oh,
Brad.
absolutely,
So,
yeah.
that'd be good.
I'm gonna second it.
Any more commentary? Okay,
I'll throw in, just for completion's sakes, I think we do need to just clarify and make absolutely sure. And Brad, it sounds like has already kind of done his homework on that department, but just to make sure that there is no issues with the zoning for zone one. If we have to clarify that, I think that should be clarified, but as far as the water, whatever the concern is that George has brought up.
George?
Just for your information, any new wells drilled within a certain parameter or, let's say, perimeter of the city is challenged by the city engineer, so you may want to talk to him also. Just because you get clearance up there, you don't need to stumble with these guys here. Thank you.
Okay, any more discussion?
Let's take a vote. Let's vote.
Do I hear a motion?
I'm moving now. Every motion, you have to have seconded.
Brad made the motion and
I seconded it.
Jason accepted. Seconded. Okay, the vote is, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Unanimously passed. Go on to item D. Discussion for possible action, approval of application for a home occupation agreement by Gregory Joseph Hibbs, DBA Hibbs Handyman and Fencing.
Hi, my name is Greg Gibbs, and I'm just trying to start my own handyman business, I guess I would say. I would like to eventually get to a fencing business alone, but I learned a lot of years and we know how to build fences, and I've built a lot of ponds and done a lot of landscaping work. I think I can make that work and make a lot of properties in town look a lot better.
Very cool, there's a huge need here too, so.
So you're planning on operating this out of your home,
Right.
and do you anticipate excess amount of materials or anything? You're not doing use.
Well, my plan is now I would be starting off just offering clients to buy the materials themselves. I'll give them a quote on whatever the repair needs to be. I've already bought all the tools I need, from chainsaws all the way down, so I have all my power tools, nail guns, compressors. I wrote all that down on my applications, and that's my plan for now.
So the goal is to have all of that all of that work done on site at that facility instead of at your place, right?
Right, yeah, no, nothing will be at my place. I live on 632 Murray Street, just except my tools and my business truck, and that's it. Everything will be done at the clients,
Awesome.
wherever they need a job done.
And I guess that was my biggest concern too. And by the way, thank you for being an entrepreneur and going and doing all that stuff for something that's greatly needed around here. But just to clarify that, my concern of any business is when you're in a residential area is accumulating a bunch of stuff and equipment, things like that, and then possibly becoming a nuisance later on to neighbors, is what I'm saying, I guess, for a better way to put it. And it sounds like you're just gonna have your equipment truck there and.
Right, and it's just
We're
my
not storing materials and,
no
parts and
materials.
pieces.
Eventually, if I get a contractor's license, which is my goal,
Right,
I would like to have a lumber yard and then go from there, which would be all new licensing and permitting and everything. But right now, no materials stored at the house.
okay,
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nothing excessive. Trying to make yards look better. So.
okay.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it.
We get that.
That's exciting.
Okay. Anything else? Okay.
Well, I'd go ahead and move to approve.
Do you have any other
I hear a
comments?
motion to
Do
approve.
we need to do any comments?
You need to speak up.
Is there any, was there any more discussion necessary? Okay, we had a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Betsy?
I'll second it.
Okay, Carol seconds. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Sweet, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we move on to item C. Discussion for possible action, approval of application for home occupation agreement Eddie Rosebeer, Eddie Nicole Photography.
Hi, I'm Addie. Just recently moved to the area from Reno, so I've already had an established photography business in here, and just I'm going to continue my business here in Ely.
Okay.
Well, welcome here.
Yeah.
Are you doing studio work?
Pardon?
Do you do studio?
I offer newborn photography, which would be in my home, but I do not foresee that being more than one vehicle at our home a week.
Okay. Most of your stuff is going to be outdoor
Yeah.
photography?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any other?
I'm assuming it's all digital world now,
Yeah.
no chemicals, that kind of
No,
stuff,
yeah.
okay. Cool. Awesome, well, we're excited to have you opening up and getting into it again, so that's really exciting.
Okay, any other comments, input?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I second.
Okay, and Brad seconded?
Andy second. Andy got there first.
Oh, okay, Andy got there first?
It was a raise.
Okay. Okay, in that case, we'll put this to a vote. All those in favor of the approval of home occupation agreement Eddie Rosebeer, DBA Eddie Nicole Photography, all those say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes unanimously. Next, item D, discussion for possible action, approval of application for home occupation agreement with Jacob and Eddie Rosebeer, Pine Peak Outfitters LLC.
Hi, can I take this off? Okay. Jake Rosebeer, my wife and I own Pine Peak Outfitters. We started it in 2016 out of Washoe County. We recently moved back to Ely. I'm from the area. We're permitted statewide on BLM land, and then permitted on Forest Service for the Ely district. So majority of our hunts go on in eastern Nevada.
Okay.
We offer fully guided hunts for all big game species in Nevada.
Jake, welcome back, Stephen.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for coming home.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah. Okay, any discussions on this?
George.
You and Andy live in the same place?
We do.
These folks are paying 2 licenses when they can go under enterprises and pay for 1. It's unfair to them. They weren't given proper information. 1 license, 1 location, and they can do whatever they want there. It's unfair. Thank you.
With that, all of our hunts are, we have no clientele staying at our house. They either stay in a hotel in the area, or we camp on BLM and Forest Service land.
So, I don't know of anything that there's a regulation that prohibits 2 people conducting the 2 different businesses in the same residence.
Well, no.
As long as it's the same use requirement, it's fine, yeah.
Right.
So right now you have state licenses for your business, For both businesses or just one?
For both businesses.
For
We
both
have our own
businesses.
state, Nevada state licenses.
Okay. And there's two separate licenses
Yep.
from the state?
Mhm.
All right, okay.
I'd like to throw in that, I mean, a lot of people would tie photography and guide servicing hunting together anyways, so pretty similar.
Okay, any discussions? Do I hear a motion?
I move, go ahead, I'll make a motion.
Somebody jump.
I'll go ahead and move to approve the business.
Okay, we have a
Well,
motion
there's
to
only
approve
three.
from Leah. And do I hear a second?
Did you hear me okay? I'm sorry, I need to speak even louder with this on.
I thought Jason made a motion.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
And
did you?
I
Okay.
think so. I have officially made a motion to approve.
Okay, I'll go ahead and second that.
Couldn't hear you through the filter.
I know. It is what it is.
You can't articulate very well these things. Okay, we've got a motion to approve, and do I hear a second? Okay. So, shall we have a vote? All those that, to approve the application for home occupation agreement, Jacob and Addie Rosebeer, Pine Peak Outfitters. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None? Welcome back. Okay, item E, schedule for possible action, approval of minutes from Regional Planning Commission meeting held June 17, 2020. And I didn't see anything that jumped out at me, so.
I had on page 3, and I've already given it to Jennifer.
Next state for the.
Can you articulate it for the record, please?
Hmm?
Can you state it for the record, please?
Yes. On page 3, the right page to look there. On page 3, line 9, and line 7 and line 7, she has 2 words right at the end of the line. He was stated he was, and I gave that to her. And then in line 9, we took out the word make.
Yeah, change it to me.
Yeah. And then, what's the next line? 14, 15, and 16, I had some questions on catchment. I'd never heard that before, so I had some questions on it. She straightened me out on it. And then the evaporation of the source, where I looked at also, and she straightened me out on that one too. And then down right at the bottom, 5th line up from the section B, it said well protection heads, and I think it should be well head protection.
Yeah.
Because that's officially what the wellheads protection, that's the way it's stated, so. That was it. Nothing real complicated.
Actually, on line 16, all we did change on that was, took out the word, after catchment goes, we changed which to it. So that was all that was changed on that.
Oh, I forgot about that one, I didn't write it down after we talked.
The changes have been noted. Any other